What right comes a fall? Did anyone hear you call? As you drove your Volvo into a canal. Oh, this is it. I love you, but I've nowhere else to go. I'm a depressio. I'm a depressio.
Hello and welcome to the Depressed CEO podcast. It's a bit of a different one today because I am on my own. Jimmy May, aka the Bald Nonce, he is unfortunately not very well. He went to France and he says he's got a bit of dysentery, a bit of a norovirus, and he unfortunately won't be here. But don't worry, Jimmy. I know you've ruined your holiday, but don't worry, we're here to save the day. And don't worry, you're not going to lose your pod. You're going to be fine. Okay? It's going to be okay. Don't worry about it. Anyway, but we are joined by a beautiful guest today. Everybody, it's Sharpy.
It's me.
Hey.
How you doing, mate? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you very much. How are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good, man. I'm all dandy in that.
So for anybody who doesn't know, Sharpy is from the Utopia Podcast. You might have, if you've seen us in previous episodes, you might have seen him before. We did like a Utopia Depressed CEO crossover. Do we have, we've got also Chunk on the Buttons as well, by the way.
Hello, I'm here more as like a social experiment.
Just
knowing that out of the two podcasts, there's the two people that will go off the rails the most, and I'm just here to observe and see what happens.
Well, this is the ADHD special because me and Sharpy will be popping off. There's going to be no reason or no rhyme to this, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic. And we are in this lovely studio, as you can see. It's fucking beautiful. You've had some absolute stars in here. You've had Tom Stade now.
He's sat here. He sat his little tush.
Yes.
While we're on sat.
Absolutely, yeah. Do we have a video, by the way, from him? Is there any way we can pull that up?
From Jimmy?
Yes, he does have a message for you guys, by the way. He did send something in.
6,000 fucking...
And if anybody wants to, you listen to the podcast, please feel free to turn on the video and to see the visual. And yeah, it's all good. Always pulling something up. Here we go.
Put him next to himself.
Yeah, put him next to himself. Yeah, that's actually really good. Yeah,
I love
because
that.
He is away. He spent some time in France, got some norovirus, which he is shitting out his absolute guts, apparently. But he wanted to send you guys this message, so it is a long one. I do one.
See if I can do it.
Let's play. See if it comes through.
Hello, David and Sharpy. It's James here from the Depressed CEOs podcast. Sorry
AKA Bald Nonce.
in person. Obviously, you've heard that me and my entire family have dysentery. Fantastic. Anyway, I thought I'd start this little video off with a quick hi, Lindsay. As is customary, our favourite Patreon of our podcast. Thank you so much, Lindsay, for everything that you do and everything that you are and everything that you will be. And I cannot wait to see you at Boston Conservative Club on Saturday for Brian's 80th. It's going to be a proper knees up, level 42, Metallica, Rage Against the Machine, and of course, Audio Slave blasting out very, very loud as we slow dance into the 11 p.m. curfew. Anyway, David, I thought that as I'm not there, sadly in person for this week, I'd send you over some questions, as is customary for me. When we don't have a guest, I sort of like to ask you some things. So here's a list of some questions that I'd like to ask. The first question, David, and Sharpy, of course, is what do you think the most unattractive smell on a romantic partner is? That could be anywhere, on any part of the body. What do you think the most unattractive smell on a romantic partner is?
You want me to pause there?
Oh shit! I was going to write them all down, but yeah, pause in there.
We'll go one.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Bald Nonce. So the most unattractive smell in a partner, Sharpy?
Yeah, I'll say piss on a woman's moustache.
Why specifically on a woman's moustache?
Because it's where you're kissing on that, isn't it? And I don't like the idea of being like that. Tastes of piss and you're hairy, man.
Have you ever experienced what did you say on a woman's moustache?
Yeah, on a woman.
Have you ever experienced piss on a woman's moustache?
No, but it wouldn't be nice, would it?
No, but like that. I think he's specifically asking an unattractive smell in a woman in general.
Oh, an unattractive smell. It's piss.
It's definitely piss.
I've never gotten, because you're a lovely lady, that piss smells like a lovely cheesecake or something. It always smells like piss.
Yeah.
And it makes me go, get the fuck away from me now, you fucking homeless weirdo.
Brilliant. No, that's
If
cool.
they're homeless, if they've got home and they smell of piss, then they'll think they need help as well.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
To be fair, I was going to say just general body odour, but I do like a bit of musk. I'm a bit weird.
Do you like a bit of musk?
I do. I do.
You're like a handsome woman.
I do. I like a bit of musk. I know it's not. For some people that might be unattractive. But I don't know if you get the same chunk. Like I don't know. Leanne for a while had a part-time job, and she's gonna hate me for fucking talking about this. But she did a normal job, and then at the weekend she would volunteer at a like animal sanctuary here in Lincoln, and then she'd come back and she'd be a bit sweaty.
Like horses and that.
Yeah.
I like the pheromones are all right.
That's
Do you know
what I'm
I mean?
about.
You don't want them to be stinky, but like
Just a bit, just whiff a bit.
I guess I imagine it's like if a woman has a bloke that's post gym, you know, that sort of like they're fresh sweaty, if that makes sense. They're not old sweaty.
It's not. It's still sweaty, man. Like, it's gross, isn't it?
Do you not like that? I like just a bit of musk, a bit of sweat. I know we're talking about unattractive smells, which that could be considered an unattractive smell, but nah.
Here's a question for you, right? What everything
Far away.
Everything is like subjective, innit?
For sure,
yeah. Like what you like, what you don't like, what somebody considered is a nice smell, like, or I like the smell of whatever that is, or I don't like the smell of that, and that can be different on everyone.
100%.
Why the fuck is BO just bad for everyone? What is it about that smell that's like, get away from me?
If it's bad, yeah, like, I don't know. It's just...
but it's not subjective, is it? It's bad.
What is the smell of BO? Like, is it like, how does it actually physically smell?
I know how this works, to be honest. I know the science behind it. So, when you sweat, okay, the sweat isn't smelly when it's fresh sweat. If it's all like beads in on you and that. But if the sweat of BO is dried sweat. So when sweat dries, so you've been sweating and then you just haven't got rid of it, that is what is the really horrible BO smell. And why is it called BO? Why is it called BO?
It's body odour, mate.
That makes sense. That's why.
It's an abbreviation.
That's why man's our podcast, to be honest.
I will just quickly jump in and say, I don't like the smell of honey.
Do you not? It doesn't have a smell.
It does. Leanne definitely mixes it with tea. Whenever she mixes it with tea, I'm not a fan of that. And she does smell of honey a bit. I don't know if it's unattractive, but it's definitely I don't like the smell of honey. I don't get it. I like the taste of it.
My one would be, is it cheese and chive Pringles? That's mine. I can't.
I think bad breath. Like cheese and chive Pringles breath.
That general smell, that sort of cheese and onion smell.
Onion's not good.
And it's like a smell that lingers on people's clothes.
I don't mind a bit. I don't mind a bit of onion.
Nah. You know what, a lady that smells of onion.
I'm a bit stinky, to be honest. Not like myself, but like just in general as a personality, I'm quite stinky. I don't know. As a personality. Then again, I'd want somebody... if you smell, would you want somebody to tell you?
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, well, I'd hate it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Or just sort of want halitosis.
Yeah.
That's bad. You ever been around someone with halitosis? You're like, fucking hell.
Does that mean they're just weird?
What?
What's that?
Halitosis. You know what halitosis is?
No.
You've probably never had it because you look fucking absolutely pucker all the time. It's like a bad, like, halitosis is like an actual kind of like gum disease, isn't it? Yeah, it's like when somebody, and sometimes people can't help it, but it's like a fucking distinct smell. You would have smelled it. Yeah, give it a Google, producer Chunk. I got a bit chavving there to produce a chunk.
Big boy.
But yeah, in general, Jim, I don't know, lad, bless you. Like, I think, by the way, I have recovered from physitis, so thank you for that, mate. Yeah.
Halitosis or bad breath is most commonly caused by a bacteria in the mouth, poor oral hygiene and gum disease, but can also stem from dry mouth, certain foods, smoking, or even underlying medical conditions.
Oh, shit. Smoking as well. Yeah, smoking.
Yeah, smoking fucks everything, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's
makes your gum shrink and shit.
There's no gum shrink?
Yeah.
So it puts your fucking gums on a diet.
Swell. Jack was saying that he had a friend that basically stopped smoking after loads of years and his gums just went, see you later then. His teeth fell out. Because
he stopped?
Because of the pressure on his gums.
The dependency.
Like, because it like inflamed the gums every time he smoked.
Jesus.
It went, okay, sound, we'll go back to normal, but his teeth had gone. We're used to all all the gums up in there.
Wow.
So they went to normal size and
Yeah.
they all just popped out like in a dream.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
losing your teeth dreams.
I have them all the time. When I get stressed, I will always have that dream and it'll always feel real. They'll all fall out and I'll
Yep.
be like, that's it now. This is how I am. I'm minging. And then I wake up and go, no, you just had a bad day.
There's a
yesterday."
split second though when you wake up where you think, oh, my teeth are gone. And then you're
Yeah,
like, oh
yeah.
shit, no, it's all right.
Yeah.
Then you have the
like
good
that.
ones where it's like, I've won the lottery. And you wake up for a split second and go, I'm fucking... shit.
Your dreams make any sense to you?
Sometimes not. I have a lot of weird dreams.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
All the
Never
time.
when I smoked a lot of weed, I not dreamed once. But then when you come off it, you have mad dreams.
Yeah, to be fair, I've been like that 'cause I have a little bit here and there. And when I'm on it, yeah, I don't
But I dream a lot.
But usually I'll vividly dream.
Do you
I
ever
remember
lucid
things.
dreamed?
I think I have once. No, sleep paralysis.
Yeah, sleep paralysis is. Yeah,
I think that's the
different,
same sort of
horrible.
thing because it's like you're awake but you're not.
Lucid dream is like where you can control your dreams. Like
That's
when you're in the
because
middle of it, you're like,
you're
oh
in-
shit, I could fucking just.
You're in the middle of
Yeah, boom.
between being awake and being asleep.
You can train yourself to do it, you know.
That's really.
Yeah. I trained myself. I learned from a woman when I was playing. This is not even a joke. I was playing VR table tennis, and she was she's from Norway or something, and you just get put in a lobby randomly. I'll be playing table tennis with someone, go into the next one. You can talk. It's like a virtual, just like ping pong within VR. And we had a chat like one night. We was playing ping pong for 2 hours, and she told me, she's like, because we got into like fucking, you know, alternate realities and this and the other. She's cool. I was like, oh shit, you're actually like going on about shrooms and stuff. And then she was talking about lucid dreaming, and she taught me how to do it. And I won't get into the details, but there is a way you can like teach yourself to do it. And
Is
I
it
did
hard?
it for 2 weeks. No, it's not hard at all.
No.
No, you have to. You ever seen the film Inception?
Yeah.
Inception was literally written because what's the guy's name? My brain's is one of my favorite directors as well. Fucking hell,
I'll see.
I can't think off the top of my head because my brain's whizzing by. But
Nolan.
yeah, Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
Is Christopher Nolan spent most of his university learning how to lucid dream. Like when he was at uni, then he made like a film about it, kind of loosely based around Inception, where you go into dream within.
Oh, okay,
within a dream.
nice.
And the way you do it is like if you want to do it, it's a bit weird because it can get a bit scary. I got to the point where I had to stop doing it because I didn't know. That's literally the plot of Inception, where you don't know if you're in a dream or not.
Yeah.
That's why they have a totem that spins, that keeps you like in
Grounded?
So yeah, grounded, exactly that. So your totem could be anything. It's a bit like that, where I did this thing where it looks like where you get your finger and put it in a hole every single day. Like that. I'm not even joking, but she told me to do that. She's like, do something like this, because in a dream, your hands just pass through each other. You can do different things. There's also different techniques, but the simplest one for me. So every single day from now until mine was about 2 weeks. I did it every single day, just like, am I dreaming? Am I dreaming? Just do this. It sounds dumb as fuck, but just keep doing that. And if you for the audio listeners,
Someone's mugged you off, Dave. just finger yourself every day, and then you can control your dreams.
For the audio listeners, it's like I'm putting my fingers like a fanny hole, just like finger
nice
The
one.
international teenage symbol for shagging.
Yeah, exactly.
Is what you was doing.
Yeah.
But I did that legit for 2 weeks. I'll say, am I dreaming? Do that. Also, another thing.
This was while you were awake.
While you're awake, do it
Yeah,
for 2
yeah.
weeks. That instills it into your subconscious. So when you dream, and this is exactly how it happened, and I remember the dream, I was in a car with the boys, and you know a dream, you're there. You're just there. The dream doesn't like start or end.
You don't question
You're in
anything
it.
either, do you?
Exactly. You're just viewing it like a film. And all of a sudden, I'm in the car with the boys. I got Sharpy next to me. I got Jim and two other people in the back, and we're just driving and we're laughing. And Jim May in the back says, "Oh, mate, I learned how to lucid dream the other day." And I was like, "Yeah, mate, I was fucking learning about that." And then I went, "Oh yeah, I can check if I'm dreaming or not." And I did this in the dream. I went, "Oh yeah." And I checked, I went, am I dreaming right now? And I went like that, and my hand passed through, like they just merged like a ghost, went warm, and I went, oh my God.
Full on Matrix.
And I freaked the fuck out, and I went,
in the car, like,
yeah. Well, I'm not driving, I'm in the passenger seat.
Oh, okay.
I freaked out, and I was like, okay, I'm dreaming. And you realise you're dreaming, and it's like vivid. It's like, for anybody who lucid dream, it's like they'll be like, I know what you mean. It's like, you know it's a dream. Once you realise you know it's a dream, it's kind of like you're in a weird room, like a vicinity, and I was like, okay, so if I'm in a dream right now, and I freaked out a little bit, I was like, I could control this, right? And I was like, hey, Softy, turn to the left, and he just started drifting the car to the left. I'm like, turn to the right, and he turned to the right, and I was like, freaking out. I was crisscross, everybody. And then I was like, hey, the roof open up, and the roof just opened up. It's like Inception shit. You could just fly anywhere you want. And I think shortly after that, I woke up, freaked the fuck out, and it was a Saturday. I ran downstairs to Leanne because she's already awake. And I was like, I fucking did it. I lucid dreamed. And after that, I did it multiple times.
What was like, once you knew how to do that, when you was like, right, I'm going to go into this lucid dream, what was you like, what's the maddest first thing you're going to do?
I flew across Lincoln once, like I was in Lincoln, and it was also like the favelas of like Italy.
How did you fly? Did you have wings, or did you just fly? Off you went.
Imagine like now you could just manipulate anything you wanted. You can make Chunk turn into a chicken. You would do it, and sometimes it's scary because, and I googled this as well because I stayed away once in a lodge. For work, I was filming some stuff, and I got in a dream loop where I kept waking up in the lodge, and I was like, oh, because another thing with lucid dreaming is like
more levels to it, like deep.
Yeah, it's weird as fuck. The other thing to lucid dream is like something seems off all the time. So when I'm in a lodge, I woke up and I thought I woke up. I was like, oh, I'm in the lodge. It's like time to start the day or whatever. And I noticed there's this alarm clock that I never even saw, and it's like shaped like something weird. And I remember going, that's weird. I didn't see that when it was there. And then I was like, fucking hell, I'm dreaming. And I peered out. There's these two old women in the other room, like arguing at each other. And I was like, oh, fuck, I'm dreaming. And I want to get awake now. I woke up again and I was like, fuck, wake up. I hate this.
Sleep paralysis, I think.
Kind of, yeah. It felt that way. And I was like trying to pull myself out of it. And
I know
sleep
some
paralysis,
science around that as well, to be honest. So with sleep paralysis, like I think I had it once where basically because it's in like that lucid sort of state, when you try and wake up, and you can't move and weird shit's going on, your body like thinks you're in danger, so it has to like give a reason as to why you're in danger. And because you're in a dream sort of world, that's when it starts making horrible weird shit. I remember thinking like I couldn't move, I was like in my bed like that, and I was like, no,
you have
I can't.
A being that was behind you or something.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like.
Yeah, because like run up to me and like whispering like all like sweet nothings, but they weren't sweet. They were like horrible. Like and just being like, yeah, you can't even move, can you? You strange person.
Was your eyes open and you can't even talk?
I felt like I was. I wanted to turn around and hit him, but I couldn't. And he was like, haha, no, you can't. And then I was like, I'll kill you later. It's fine.
Yeah, it's wild, man. Like. That's what happened to me in the cabin. It happened twice. I woke up once. There was two old ladies in the other room. I woke up again. I was like, finally, I'm fucking awake. And something else felt weird. And I was like, I went through the other door, and it was like really dark at night. And this cabin has like massive, like just windows. And outside, there was just like dead people walking about. And I was like, I'm fucking asleep.
How do you know
again.
They're dead?
Because you could just see them like zombies walking around.
Oh, like a proper like stereotypical zombie.
Yeah, and it was weird. And I was like, I'm fucking dreaming again. I want to wake up. And then that time, I properly woke up.
Were they coming for you?
Sorry?
Were they coming for you?
No, it was like a really weird. They were just walking past, and I was observing it, and I knew I was in a dream. And this sounds fucking trippy to anybody who's not like. Have you ever lucid dreamed, Chunk?
Not to like my full knowledge, but I definitely have had dreams where I've been like, this is a dream.
Sometimes it just naturally happens.
But it's not been to a level of like really knowing what I was doing.
If you practice that technique, I showed you. Like, it doesn't have to be that. If you feel stupid doing that, genuinely you could touch your head or something. There's so many different techniques to like ground you. This is what the whole film Inception is about. They use a totem though, where they spin it, and if it keeps spinning, they know they're in a dream because eventually it'll fall over.
Yeah.
If it keeps spinning, like, fuck, I'm in a dream right now.
Once you start that, then, do you have to be like, right, I'm going to lucid dream? Or does it just like, do you just lucid dream forever now? Is that it?
It's not every night. It got to the point where you train yourself to do it. It's like you're telling the subconscious. So when you're in a dream, the subconscious will automatically be like, ask the question. It triggers the question.
Yeah,
so if you've been thinking about it during the day, that's what triggers it. So it took me 2 weeks, I remember, just every day, just going, I'm in a dream, looking around. Like another way to do it as well is like look around and just taking your surroundings all the time. Just take a little bit of time wherever you are, just to be like, okay, there's a sign there, there's 2 TVs there, and then that tells your subconscious to look for things that are unusual. So when you're in a dream, you do that in a dream. You look around, you go, oh, like I saw the alarm clock that wasn't there when I came in. It was big and weird and bulbous, and I remember going, that's fucking weird. And then that triggered me to go, I'm fucking dreaming. Else you just don't know you're dreaming.
Do you reckon...
I stopped doing it after a while because it scared. I got into a really pattern, like the loops. I hated. I Googled it. I was like, what are these?
Do you reckon you can like trigger psychosis from that?
Definitely. Like I've Googled it. Like if you are prone to psychosis, you can definitely trigger it.
Thing is, there's a reason you're unconscious when you sleep.
I was going to say, do you think there's a reason you're not supposed to also kind of be awake while you're in your dream?
Yeah, there's whole theories in there around dreaming, like it's about processing stuff. And
you release DMT when you're sleeping.
You do.
And then you get
the pineal gland.
Yeah, it is. It's shaped like an acorn. And that's something else that I learnt as well.
I love that.
And that is the worst smell on a woman.
That is the worst. Hello, next question, please. This is the ADHD special. This is me and Sharpy, proper ADHD and out of our mind, by the way.
Do you want the next question?
Yeah, fire away. By the way, can I just say, he's edited this in such a way where it annoys the hell out of me. I watched it before.
Is it like when he cuts off the last bit of his fucking...
He knows what he's doing.
I saw that.
But anyway, here he is, bald nonce.
The next question that I've got for you guys, and this is a strange one really. Have you ever met anybody that's truthfully told you that their favourite colour is actually brown? I don't think I've ever met anybody that their favourite colour is brown, like shit, like scat, horse turds, and I think XL Bullies also come in that colour. Have you ever met anybody that's told you their favourite colour is brown?
You know what's mad mental about that? Is like, I like wearing a lot of brown clothing. I fucking love it because it's not quite black and it's different, but it's like monotone and it's fucking sexy and all that business. But it's like I don't believe in bullying, but if someone said to me my favourite colour's brown, I'm going to kick the fuck out of them.
just destroy it.
Is that a racial thing or is that a...
No, you've made it a racial thing. I've got brown skin, I'm allowed, I'm in with the boys. It's fine. But if someone was like, my favourite colour's brown, I'd be like, I don't want to know you. Get away from me.
It feels boring. It feels like, or they want to be, if somebody said that to me genuinely, or they want to be different.
Is this also because we also focus on the negative? Because other things that are brown are chocolate. And everybody loves chocolate. It's great.
Yeah, good point.
We always focus on poo.
But saying that, I'm now thinking of like brown furniture, things like that. You can get like not a turd brown, but you can get like a shade. That brown's nice. Would you call that brown or
no,
grey?
This is beige.
I'm pointing to Sharpy shoes, by the way, for the audio listeners.
Yeah, this is nice.
You've got some nice beige shoes on. Yeah, okay. If we're talking about deep turd brown, then there's something wrong with you for sure. And I've never met anybody who said their favourite.
It's weird though, because actually brown is a really sort of like rich, deep colour and everything like that. Like, why can't you say that? Why I would be scared around people to say that my favourite colour is brown. I feel like I would be sick.
You'd be segregated from the group.
Yeah.
You'd be like ostracised.
Is that because we are deep-seated racists?
Maybe.
I know, I'm not. Touch wood.
With your EDL hat on.
What are you talking about? I don't have a hat on.
Good point.
Done the next question.
No, Jim, no. In a nutshell, I've never met anybody who said their favourite colour is brown, but I do like brown noise, genuinely.
What's brown noise? Why? Hang on a fucking second, can't pick a minute. Like, what is brown noise? I've heard green noise, and I don't really understand why it's green, but it is green, and I get it, but I don't understand it at all.
Brown noise is like I believe it's a low frequency tone.
Make the noise for me.
Like a fucking I think. And it can make you shit.
All right, first
at
thing,
certain frequencies, apparently.
Can it really?
Yeah.
All right, well,
Producer, Google brown noise for me.
I'm on it.
I love this.
I'm pretty sure it's to do with the colour of the frequency of the sound, isn't it? So white noise is higher up. And it's to do with the colour spectrum of the noise.
Taking this off now.
Make me the noise of orange sound.
Ooh, if orange was a sound, like a yeah.
What do you reckon?
Orange, yellow.
That sounds pink.
Pink's more like ooh.
Brown noise.
Pink's more like a ooh.
Also known as brownian or red noise is a type of sound signal characterized by a deep rumbling sound that emphasizes lower frequencies,
The lower frequency, yeah.
similar to the sound of a strong waterfall or ocean.
Oh, see, like waterfalls, oceans, brown noises, low sounds, yeah. I like that. I like low frequency sounds. I don't like anything high pitched. I like rumbles and just.
I don't like the idea of using the word red and brown in the same sentence because it just makes me think of a really like constipated man that's shitting blood. And that frequency is probably more like. I'm bleeding.
Next question, please.
Last question.
Oh, is it last question?
I think he said last one.
Oh, fucking he Robert's on, doesn't he? A little bit. Bring him up.
If you found out that the world did actually end in 2015 and that the last 10 years has been a made-up fever dream of your imagination, what is it from those last 10 years that you would miss, that would be taken away from you because it never really happened? You just made it up in your head. Maybe the coronavirus pandemic, maybe getting sucked off by a 12-year-old. Maybe you found a really nice pair of socks in TK Maxx that just don't exist anymore. Is there anything from the last 10 years you guys will miss? Thank you so much for having me on the podcast as a secret surprise guest, and look forward to being back with you in the studio next week, David. And happy 80th birthday to Brian and 70th birthday to my dad, Andy. Both born on the same day, April the 2nd. Fantastic. 10 years apart. Brian 10 years older. True shagger.
Yeah, cut her off.
Is that all of it?
Yeah, cut the fuck off.
Why did the world end in 2015?
He said if it did, but we don't know.
But then
Is there anything in the last 10 years
if
you
the
would have
world
missed?
ended,
If it did, yeah.
If it did,
And this has just been a fucking fever dream.
do you reckon that is just my consciousness just out and about then? Because I died, but then my consciousness was just floating out in existence. And then I was connected to everything, and you was connected to everything. Everyone was connected to everything. But then, like, you didn't have bodies or nothing.
Pretty much. But I think he's specifically asking, what would you miss from the past 10 years?
In the past 10, what would I miss? So in the last,
it's a long time frame, isn't it?
yeah, the last 10 years didn't happen. It was pretend.
It was just made up in your head. So
Let's change this.
Make it
question
simple
for
for yourself. The world has ended, and it's like all that's played out in them last moments is the last 10 years, but it's all been in your head. So, what would you be gutted the most at finding out?
It wasn't real.
That the world's ended.
It. Aside from that,
Actually, so in the last 10 years, what's happened that's been good that you'd be sad about?
That's what I'm trying to think of.
Galaxy Caramel.
Wait, Galaxy Caramel was invented in the last 10 years?
I don't know, but
That's been around longer than 10 years.
But it's not around anymore because everyone's dead.
No, but you... Right, okay.
What about you, Dave?
I'm trying to think of anything I've
What
missed
about
in the past
normal
10 years.
Galaxy? Galaxy Cookie never took off, man. Is that even about still?
No, to be fair, if you want to talk about chocolate, yeah, Galaxy Cookie is... No, it's the what's the McVitie's half-coated chocolate with
Digestive.
the chunk on it? The digest... Not even the digestives, one of the stick cookie boys. Is it Fox's, actually?
Yeah.
Foxes are exquisite. I will miss Foxes if the world's dead.
Yeah, fuck that question. Yeah, we're talking about cookies. Yeah.
What biscuits?
That's too in-depth for us. That's too, like...
You just spent half an hour talking about lucid dreaming.
What confectionery was made in the last 10 years? Like,
yeah, that's a good point.
OG like I'm talking like
what's
like
new?
a staple.
I think it's quite a dead industry.
They've got it locked down, haven't they?
Yeah.
The elites.
Yeah. Big chocolate.
Big chocolate. I can feel Jimmy Mate just shaking his head. Okay. Jesus Christ. I might have to cut that one out. You guys are fucking on another plane. No, but is there any like chocolate that's come out in the past 10 years, like new branding of like sweet? I don't think there is. I think we've had it locked down for quite a while. There have been changes of names from like Opal Fruits to Fruit. But do you remember Opal Fruits are now Starburst?
Isn't it? Yeah, Starburst were good, man. The green ones were sick.
What Opal Fruits is kind of a weird name.
I feel like, do you remember like when GCSEs were called O levels? That's what an Opal Fruit is.
Really? GCSEs were called O levels?
Yeah. Back like a million years
ago.
ago.
They're done in numbers now as well, aren't they? You don't get A, B, C, D in GCSEs anymore.
Why are they called GCSEs? They could be 1, 2, 3, 4s.
Yeah, but they weren't called ABCDs before, were they?
Oh yeah.
No, but see, so what?
It's another acronym that you didn't know.
What other chocolates have changed names? You had fruit pastels that were.
Was Jammy
Was there something
Dodger
else?
always a Jammy Dodger?
Yeah.
I'll have a little Google.
Mate, give a Google because I reckon that because big chocolate's been done. There's
Isn't it?
I can feel people who listen to this screaming, going, "There is so many different ones that you're missing out." I just remember Opal Fruits changes to Starburst. If you remember that.
Yeah.
Snickers was originally a marathon.
Oh shit! Yeah, it was.
And apparently on there, Twix was formerly a Raider bar.
I've never heard that in my life.
Raider bar.
Yeah.
There's some old heads going. Yeah.
Oh, do you remember fucking Yorkies when they were like, girls aren't allowed them?
But then they brought out the pink ones.
Is that have the raisins in it?
I don't know. I just thought the branding was pink because I was like, oh, can't.
No.
We've got to include the girls now.
Yeah, well, I remember that because
Fuck
it
off,
was
that's my
like,
chocolate.
yeah, because it was had raisins in it, and I'm like,
That's
why?
you're on about like the metallic purple.
Yeah,
one.
man.
Yeah, there's like the deep blue Yorkie bars, aren't we?
Yeah.
So I was doing three things at once, but they had like a purple one that was like a fruit and nut version. Sure, they did.
That's gross.
No, yeah, raisins and chocolate bars. I'm on the fence about nuts in chocolate bars, to be honest.
I
I've
don't know
never been
why.
a Snickers fan.
What does it add to it? Like,
I don't know, because they add nuts as well to like certain curries, and that puts me off. You know, when they just like sprinkle some nuts on some curries, I'm like, I'm not about that. I don't want
get it,
nuts in
man.
my curry.
like, let's be honest. Like, a Snickers bar is just a Mars bar that's trying to be fancy and healthy, innit?
I don't think health is the word, but
That's why they have the protein ones, because they're like, look, we're good for you now. Sure.
they're different things altogether, really, aren't they? They're supposed to be a protein bar, aren't they?
Yeah, but I just don't get the. I don't know. I guess the Snickers. I can taste the
Snickers
Snickers.
ice cream is where it's at.
Or no,
Over
Mars
the
bar
Mars.
ice cream. Mars bar ice cream.
Mars, you can't beat Mars ice cream. You can't beat it.
Mars bar
Oh,
ice cream over the original Mars bar.
Mars milkshake, you know, with the little sports cap. There is not a fucking milkshake
Spoiler
out
alert,
there.
I've never really had a milkshake.
Oh,
Ever-
my Lord.
Yeah,
any
this
milkshake.
freaked Jim out. Like I think about like 7, probably 12 episodes ago, I had my first milkshake on the podcast.
What did you think?
He got me a kind of a warm one from Tesco, so it's a bad judge, but I was like, not really. But apparently, like having one from McDonald's milkshake is insane. I've never
McDonald's
had.
is good.
It's good.
Eskimos here is
That's
in Lincoln
a proper
is-
one. I remember. Do you remember when I had one of those? It was called the Student Shake Awake, and it had like Red Bull in it and all that. I went to hospital for that, man.
Yeah, because it had what's he got? Skittles.
It had Skittles and
Red
the
Bull,
Millions
Red Bull instead of milk.
and all that. Yeah.
Loads of sweets blended up.
I was
See, that's dangerous for me. I
Yeah.
can't.
I was hooked up to
Refreshers
four
were in it as
IV drips. I remember that. Yeah.
Because for people in the podcast, they don't know you're actually heavily diabetic.
I'm real diabetic as fuck.
You've
man.
got like
Yeah.
you're when people say, "Oh, I'm diabetic," no, you are actually. You've got a thing on you.
I eat those people for breakfast as long as they got no sugar.
So what's the thing you've got on you, like the pack and the?
So I got this pack. This one is what is in your body, but this is what a pancreas does. But mine tells the time, so it's the best.
He's showing us what looks like an old iPod back in the day.
Everybody says that. Everyone's like, "Oh, you got an iPod there," and I'm like, "No. Why would anyone have an iPod these days?" Probably the same people that like the colour brown.
When I
Like-
first met you, I thought you was just a guy that had a pager.
You thought I was paediatric emergency. Straight, let's get to
Did you not
this guy
ask-
must be important.
Yeah, I'd be straight up just like, "What's that?
Yeah.
I did pretty much.
Why?
You know what I never get?
Why
is-
going into it? So where does that go?
That
I'm so
goes-
intrigued.
I can unplug it. It's like a little cannula thing there, and then I change it every 3 days, and then that just goes into my body.
And what's it doing?
So basically, this has got a vial of insulin, yeah,
Oh shit!
and then this little thing, it just pushes at a slow rate insulin. So I always get constant insulin, like your pancreas will, but mine has to do it manually because mine decided to not
so
work.
if there was an absolute asteroid that hits the Earth tomorrow and it gets wiped out, and you need some kind of medicine, are you fucked? If you can't get hold of that, are you
If I
fucked?
can't get hold of that, I would last probably about, I want to say, a disgustingly ill 4 days, and then I'm dead.
No way.
Yeah.
It's best not to try and save him if there's an apocalypse.
That's
No.
wild, because I think of that sometimes. I think, oh, I'm asthmatic. But if I just don't smoke, because stupid idiot, I don't necessarily need my inhaler at all.
Yeah.
And if I don't have if I just eat all right, I'm fine. Like, honestly, as well as inflammation and stuff like that, I'm all right. And I think, well, if there was a fucking, asteroid and I had access to food at least, or at least if I lost, let's just say, the ability for my inhalers, I don't think I'd die. I don't have any kind of...
No.
But you would actually die in about 4... That's wild.
What would happen is basically what insulin does is when you eat sugars and carbohydrates and stuff, it goes into your bloodstream and your pancreas goes, right, send out the boys, sends out the insulin, and the insulin grabs all the sugar. It's mad how crazy how your body does this. Grabs all the sugar, knows what it is, grabs the molecules, and then it takes the sugar to be stored as fat or to go carbs into muscle. But if you don't have insulin doing that, the sugar will just sit in your bloodstream, making you very fucking poorly.
That's crazy. So you was born with this?
No.
Wait, so you
I got it when I was 12.
So you got it when you were 12?
You know what caused it, though?
What was it?
You want to tell him what caused
Being
it?
brown.
No.
No, well.
Just corrected him. No, it wasn't.
It was Legoland, wasn't it?
Yeah, Legoland did it. I was at Legoland and I was having all the fun at Legoland, and then doctor called and said, you've got diabetes. And I was 12, so my mum was like down the phone like, thank God he's not got cancer or something. I thought he was
what
ill.
was the size? You just passed it out?
No, I lost 2 stone in like 2 weeks, lost a load of weight. So basically what your body does, it's like if I didn't have insulin now, because obviously I was diabetic, but I didn't know. So because I didn't know, I was having all the sugars in that, and it was just sitting in my bloodstream.
Right.
So then your body starts trying to piss it out. So you're going to the toilet every 5 seconds, which means your body's making you really thirsty. So you're drinking water every 5 seconds. So you're pissing. You're sleeping all the time. You're losing loads of weight. Like your body's like on fucking shutdown mode. And so it was like, he's not well. So I did blood tests and then found out I'm diabetic.
That's crazy. So you got that all the time, and there's no other way around it, because I know we spoke off pod about there's other ways and methods like to, I think I could get rid of my asthma if I just ate right. Like, just was all right. I think I could just negate it and not have an inhaler at all. But like, is there no way for you to get around this at all?
Not with type 1. So type 2 diabetes, which is more common in adults. Yeah.
My mum has that. That's what my mum has, yeah.
That's like if it's you've damaged your pancreas, or your pancreas has become damaged so it doesn't work properly. It's like a car if it's like breaking down. Type 1 diabetes is like only kids get it. So you'll get it when you're young or when you're born. Your pancreas just stops making all insulin whatsoever. So
there's no could you get an operation?
No. So that I read the other day, actually, I think someone in China doing with some stem cell research has managed to reverse diabetes, but it's like one patient in the world.
Is that like a jump pack for your pancreas?
No, it's so the stem cells. So they re-inject. I think what I read, they re-inject cells into the pancreas that make it think it's like working again, and the cells just start pumping out fucking insulin into the body.
Things from stem cells.
Yeah, some mad shit, man.
It's like it's cells from a younger person, I believe, or something. I don't know, and they get injected into you. And it's just weird. You might have to Google it. This brings me on to my next point where we need to get to this. I've watched this show that's got 2 seasons called Pantheon. It's like I don't want to say anime, but it's an animated series, because anime fans will scream at me, that's not an anime. But it's like 2 seasons, right? It's all about uploading your consciousness to AI. It's called UI, Uploaded Intelligence. Now, I love it. I finished the 2 seasons, right? Anybody who listens to this pod knows I'm a fucking big fan of anything to do with fucking movie TVs. Pantheon is such an underrated series that just went under the radar. Nobody knows about it. But my point being is that the whole thing's based around uploading intelligence, and I can see AI going this way. And it brings up a question. It wraps up in 2 seasons very nicely. Spoiler alert. It's like, if you could upload your intelligence to a cloud or software, all it needs is energy. Everything's energy, right?
Yeah.
In theory.
Electrical energy.
What is consciousness? Because I said this to Leanne earlier. I was like, would you want to get uploaded? She goes, fuck no. And I was like, I would. She goes, but it's not you. And I'm like, what is me? She goes, well, you're you. It's your body. It's your...
No.
And I was like,
No, it's not.
Is it though? Is it your... Because what is consciousness? Could that not just get uploaded to a cloud and just have energy and power? Because anything is energy. And basically, spoiler alert again, for anybody who wants to watch it, so don't. Basically, they harness the power. Eventually, they harness the power of the sun to just store themselves on like data clouds and things like that, and they just live forever. They can like the human speeds are just like shit for them, and it's so deep and weird and entrenched. And they got like, my point being is, before I lose track, get off the fucking beaten path a little bit. That wouldn't be a problem for you if that was a thing. I mean, I can see us already going this way, like, you know, ChatGPT, and it's already building its own intelligence. It's starting to talk to you. If you, Sharpy, we've got an option for you. It's all good. We've got uploaded intelligence. We've got a data center out in fucking Norway. It's massive, and there's a whole bunch of people ready to be uploaded. You never have to die. Your conscience is going to be uploaded to this cloud.
Yeah,
and you've got to live just this insane life.
Yeah, man.
Would you do it?
Yeah, because this is just a meat prison.
Meat body, right? Would you do it, Chunk? My missus were like, no.
I've watched too much Black Mirror.
See, I haven't watched Black Mirror yet.
Oh, there's a lot of like based on this sort of shit where it's like,
I love it, dude.
It duplicates you. So like, you still think you're you in there, but you're still outside. So there's one that's a whole one that's like, they kind of get custom like Alexas or like, do you know what I mean? And it's like, what they do is they train your consciousness to serve you because they know exactly how you like the cooking and all that sort of shit.
I don't want that. I want just me, just my consciousness. If you ever seen the film Chappie, the robot, with the Antwood and all them in it, you see it basically. It's like all like futuristic-y, and this guy's dying, and this robot with a consciousness manages to figure out what consciousness is and map it. And then you can transfer that consciousness anywhere you want. This is what
they do in Pantheon. They map out the brain and the neurons. They're just like and then you've got copies in like other countries that don't do it as well. It's really weird. It's like it shows it all around the world what would happen. This is why I love it. It's kind of interesting. Then you have riots like people, I don't want to be uploaded, or I'm dying of cancer. I don't want to die. I want to live forever, kind of thing. So I said I would. I said if it was. You know, all you essentially need is power. You don't know what consciousness is, so it's like...
Consciousness is electrical signals sent from the synapses.
Firing neurons in your brain.
Yeah, because when you think, and your consciousness is thinking, that is creating those electrical impulses that...
And all you need is energy, and we're just like a meat prison,
and that
right?
creates energy. Thinking is energy. Thinking creates electrical impulses, which in its own turn is energy. So if you think enough of that, and you figure out how to harness the power of the brain, you can create energy... But at the same, which could run the systems in which you keep the consciousness on, and then you just keep going.
This is the mind fuck as well. Is like in Pantheon, what happens is the uploaded intelligence, whoever gets uploaded, they then can run at speeds depending on the processing power of a machine. They can run at speeds far superior for humankind. But people that want to stay on Earth are like, well, can you just run everything for us? So, like, you know, our food, everything gets transported, but they have an agreement with the humans and say, okay, because that only takes us like 2% of our processing power. So while they're just gallivanting around, just in the cloud or whatever, they use 2% of their power just to like manage our food supplies, get all the jobs that we don't want to do. We get uploaded intelligence to do it, which is AI. It's starting to happen now.
Yeah.
You can see where I'm like, fucking hell, I could see this future happening if we get
Here's
there.
a caveat though. What if, like, obviously when you dream, obviously that is like deep form of meditation and there'll be more sort of signals firing off. When we was on about lucid dream earlier, if you got uploaded and you realised that the whole of it is just having like a lucid dream, are you happy to live in that world of how you dream?
Constantly? No, not how I dream like that, because you can't, unless you're controlling it 100%, because that's part of like...
But it's not as vivid as this, is it? But it is
that dream world, no, because that's a bit
But that's what it'd be, because that is your consciousness.
I don't know, but what if it's uploaded intelligence and you can, because how it's portrayed in Pantheon is like you can create, the server is the world, and then you start to go in the realms of like Ready Player One. We put the fucking headset on. And it's like, that's how humans converse with UI. They put headsets on to see them. Until you get old and frail, then you decide, I might want to be uploading now.
Here's one for you both to ponder. So it's a similar sort of concept, but I don't know if you've seen a film or series. It's called, I think, Living with Myself with Paul Rudd.
I've seen it, yeah.
So
I liked it. It was very enjoyable.
Like you go to this spa and get refreshed. What's actually happening is you're being cloned. So like it's all the celebrities go and do it. And that's how they stay young, because they're just being cloned. But it's your clone with your sort of memories put into it. So as far as you're aware, you go in and then you come out and you've got all the memories, but it's the clone. It's not actually
But the clone
you.
is
Like the island.
It improved. The clone is, imagine, so for the process, right? Imagine you go to a spa. You go, right, you've life shit. You're not doing very well. You can't just get on. You're like, fucking hell, I just want to be better. But so you pay a chunk of money just to go to this place. They'll put you under. As soon as you wake up, you become just a better human. You're just sick at stuff. You're like, oh, and you just get your shit together. The thing what they've done is, that they haven't told you, is they made a clone of you, but they put you in a different body and they upgraded you.
It's not quite you.
It's not quite you. But
Why
You actually die.
Why is it not quite you? Your body dies.
It's a
got rid of you.
duplication of you.
Does
duplication, a better version of
And
you.
the clone goes out thinking, he's got all your memories.
They got all your memories, but you're just Sharpy 4.0. You're like, you've not got your...
Actual you is
You've not
dead.
got... Actual you's dead. You've
What
not
is
got your
actual you?
diabetes.
And that's what...
what is actual you is the question.
Well, that's a different alleyway you're going to go down.
For the series, what happens with that is, again, spoilers, but a bit of a non-event on Netflix. Good thing. But
Yeah, it went under the radar on Netflix,
he
didn't it?
escaped the killing part. So his clone went off to live his life, and he escapes the killing part and goes after him. So there's two of him now.
The show basically, again, spoiler, sorry if anybody wants to listen, turn it off now. The show basically starts with him waking up in a grave, and it's like, what the fuck? And then he finds out, oh my God, I cloned myself. They got rid of me, and the clone who's like... So imagine you go home to your wife, you had a wife.
Yeah.
And you woke up in a grave and you go back to your wife and you because you know where you live, you're like, fucking hell. And then you see yourself with the wife, but she's like...
And she's shagging him.
She's shagging him because he's better now. And you're like, oh my God, fucking hell, he's me.
Do you think that's what people with Alzheimer's feel like?
No.
No.
I was going to say straight no.
Are you sure?
Well, I don't know, but I'm going to guess.
Well, they might forget.
No,
Please,
please, still
no,
only
let him
one of
explain.
them.
I love this.
There might be.
Carry on.
Right. So, like, if someone with Alzheimer's, okay, their memory's fading and stuff, and
But they don't see a clone of themselves.
Yeah, what if they see someone that looks like them? They think, what the fuck are you doing?
You're me.
It'll be like, why are you impersonating me?
Well,
in my life?
maybe. That's also schizophrenia as well, though.
Thing is, though, as well, like, because this program exists, there'll be people out there that watch that program and it'll log somewhere in their subconscious. It'll get Alzheimer's. It'll get all fucked up. And then they'll be like, no, that's actually happening. And then fucking you're dead as fuck, aren't you?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Going back to it, though, I would get uploaded, but you wouldn't.
I don't know if I would have the bottle.
Not the bottle, because they say it's safe.
Because of too much TV of seeing, like...
The Black Mirror stuff.
Yeah. And...
Well, let's just say it's safe. It's like, you're a late adopter. You're not an early adopter.
If I was dying, 100%.
Oh, if you die, yeah, you might as well roll the dice.
Is there? Like, again, another
No pun
Black
intended.
Mirror episode where, I think, is it San Junipero, I think the episode is, where it's like a retirement home for people who are dying. You just get uploaded, and it's...
Mate, I need to watch Black Mirror, because I know I love
New
that
series
shit.
coming
Definitely
next
do
week.
that.
Well, my mates all say, like, oh, you haven't seen Black Mirror? What the hell are you doing? If you're into that shit, because I'm into, like, I love trippy, like, otherworldly shows that takes me out
The
of
amount
it.
of stuff they have weirdly predicted. That have,
Ooh.
like, come to
Like
light.
social, I watched a clip of the social credit score. You know, when you go around, you got like and you could get upvoted and downvoted live. So little things above your head, and I see Sharpy, you like got 8. You've got a 7 out of 10 because somebody voted you down last week. You was an 8, but somebody downvoted you because you pissed them off.
What,
And
like?
I just look above your head, you're like, oh.
Well, when people are like, how attractive are they? Do you mean?
Well, just anything,
Hey,
really.
Have you watched it?
Watch what?
Black Mirror.
Yeah, they're all different, aren't they?
Yeah, there's one episode. It's Bryce Dallas Howard. I think that's her name.
What do you think what your score would be?
It's like a rating. So every interaction you have, people will rate you, like almost like Uber or fucking
yeah, like that.
It's like
Trustpilot.
an algorithm thing.
Yeah, and then it like your total review score, like
Well, so
for a podcast or a film,
It's just for
people
your
go on and
person.
go, I've rated him 5 out of 10.
That's
5 out
very
of 5
subjective, though, isn't it?
stars. Well, yeah,
That's what I
but
mean.
it's
You've got to be
do
judged
with-
by the masses.
it's
Whoever
the
you
social
interact
world.
with, they're going to
But
be like,
you-
I'm going to fucking downvote him live.
Weirdly enough, though,
Or upvote
you
it.
take away that little physical number above the red. That ain't not any different to normal life, is it?
No.
Not really. Yeah, because we kind of will. Aren't China doing like social credit scores and things like that? You can't get a job if you have.
No friends.
Yeah. They like, if you don't have good social credit, then you can't get a job and then you're fucked. That's scary to me.
Not
That's
all
somebody-
job requires you to have good social skills, though.
Yeah, yeah. It depends, doesn't it? Which jobs? Like, for a job recently, I had this bloke who worked in marketing, and I tried to talk to him over a Zoom call, and he just didn't say boo to a goose. He was like, oh, duh. I was like, oh my god, bless him. Are you all right? He's just like social marketing. And I was like, I'm trying to draw blood from a stone. So some people just don't, like, I don't know. I don't get why they get into like certain jobs and things like that. But maybe because they're forced into it. I don't know.
It's maybe. I think with Asian people, though, it's definitely like they're forced into certain things, and there's a lot of standards, isn't there, to be like certain jobs, and there's also very high suicide rates, isn't there? because
I want to
people can't
go
do
to
it.
China.
I've always wanted to go to China. I've got a lot
Just
of
to
respect
see
for
it.
Asian people.
Just to see. I don't know, right? And this might be really conspiratorial. I don't know if what we're being told about China is 100% correct.
Do you think it's a bit like The Interview? But then
No,
also,
no,
like,
that's kind of funny. The interview is great.
Look, we have fat kids.
I don't know. I don't know what we've been told, and I'm going fucking full conspiracy because I can now, Jim, on this podcast without him pulling me back.
I'll back you.
Where I don't know if we've been told completely. Like, I'm not saying life in China is tip top and it's better than the West, but I don't know if it's as bad as what they make out. There was someone over there, like a YouTuber, going, "It's not bad here, actually."
It's like everything, though, innit? There's
Not
always
that bad.
really good things and there's really bad things as well. And depending on the person and perspective, but because there's so many, there's probably a lot more. There's a lot of crammed people, like people crammed into China, isn't there? Everyone looks like they're always like have to be really close together.
Yeah, that would do me in. I don't like. I literally went to the shop today and I had to squeeze down some corridors, and I'm just like, I can't. And people go, "Oh, sorry," and it's so polite here in the UK, like falsely polite as well. It's like, "Oh, sorry." Like every 5 seconds, I went to this like supermarket and I just crammed in and squeezed, and I hated it. Hated every second of it. Maybe that's me just being antisocial, and that's the
No,
first
it's not.
time.
I don't like it either. I don't like being fucking crammed into.
I don't like saying
places and
sorry
stuff
every
like that.
5 seconds. I don't like saying please and thank you every 5 seconds. Like, it just feels, you know, when you go, it's just constant. You're just like, thank you, yeah, thank you. And the cashier says thank you to you. I know, so my Norwegian friend came to visit. He goes, "You guys say please and thank you so much." I'm like, "We fucking do, don't we?" And he's like, "No, that's what's meant to happen. The transaction is meant to happen when you go to the." It's like we're overly polite as a nation.
I think,
but it's falsely so.
I think that's really a good thing to be known for.
But it's
I'd
like
rather be
it's
known for
false.
that, like, then Germans have got a rep, haven't they? Like,
I tell you what, I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna-
because I'd rather be. But I've worked with some German clients, and they are direct and to the point. And it's a weird, like, and I kind of like it. At least you know where you stand. They're not rude. They're just like, "This is what I want. This is incorrect. Please fix this." And as an English person, it is instilled into me to be like, "All right, that's hurt me a little bit," but like, no, he's just being direct.
In
He doesn't
some
have to pay.
ways,
Thank you.
We aren't overly polite though. In some ways, like with like jobs I've worked in, especially in like healthcare and things.
Oh, healthcare.
People
Yeah.
don't give a fuck. Like they don't see as they're like, I'm gonna absolutely rip you. You know what I mean? People got loads of stuff going on and it fucking comes out. And I think you're talking to a human being, man. Stop treating people on the phone like you're the fucking king and you need everything sorting then and there, and you're gonna be derogatory to people, and you think that's gonna get what you want fucking quicker.
So you say this is an over the phone thing.
Mm.
Yeah, to be fair, because there's like it's like being in the car, isn't it? There's some level of like barrier there to be an arsehole over the phone. Same with the internet. Everybody talks shit online, don't they? Keyboard warriors. And when you can get that barrier, you're allowed to say whatever. Like you just start shouting and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then it realised like our deep-seated issues, the fact that we feel like we need to do that to other people as well. Which is,
Well, that's their thing, isn't it? It's like I really I used to get hung up a lot when people were rude to me, and I used to be like, "Oh, that's fucking," I wonder what's going on with them. All right, they're all right, and then let's talk about it. But then I slowly realised I just can't do that for everybody.
No.
So you just have to let them. I had a person shout at me like the other week at the petrol station. I just went, "Are you all right?" Like he wanted me to react to him, like, but I don't because I'm quite calm. I'm all right, so I'm like, "Is everything
Everything's
okay?"
usually reflective of themselves and stuff like that.
Normally as well, that like disarms them. When they're like shouting at you, going, because I think I was taking too much time at the pump or something, and I turned around and I went, "What's going on?" He said, "You fucking taking ages, mate. Like, what? You've been in there buying," I got like a Red Bull or something. I come back and I was just like, "Lad, like, what's going on?" And he was like, "Well, it's just you taking time." And I was like, I didn't think I was. Is everything a little bit patronised as well, maybe sometimes, where I'm like, "Is everything okay at home?" I'm like, And they're just like, they look at you as if say, "Oh," because they want you to scream at them back.
They want a reaction in order
And
so
if you
they
don't
can
give
give a
them one,
bigger
they're just
reaction to like, and if you don't, it
Disarms them almost. Like,
and then I think it makes them very self-aware of how they're coming across
maybe.
as well, because then they stop and go, "I'm being a dick," and then
I'm good at diffusing situations. I always have been good at just being like, chill, because I don't want to fight. I don't want to fucking fight anybody. I can't be arsed with it.
No.
I wanted to bring up one more. How long have we been, by the way?
You're running up about 50.
Oh, we're good. I wanted to bring this up, and I hate that I'm bringing it up, but it's like everywhere at the minute.
Shoot.
And I feel like I might as well just squeeze content out of it anyway, since everybody else is talking about it, because I heard about it on even on Radio 1 as I was driving over here, actually, and it sparked it again. I was like, for fuck's sake, I don't even want to say it because I don't want to give it any more attention. But fuck it, I'm part of the masses now, whatever. Because I was on Radio 1 going, "Have you seen this guy who, he showed his morning routine?" Have you not seen this meme that's flying around? The morning routine where he dunks his head in a fucking bowl of ice water.
Oh, somebody showed me that.
4:45
Cold
a.m.
plunge for your head.
No, somebody showed
There
me a
you go,
meme of
Sharpy
that.
knows about it.
No, I don't know about it. That's the thing. Somebody showed me a meme saying what your morning routine should be like and what it's actually like. And it was like a guy putting his head in a bowl, and I just thought he was eating cereal in a really strange way.
It's everywhere. Like Radio 1's talking about it, and I'm more fascinated by the reaction than the actual meme, because I saw it scrolling Twitter.
What are they talking about?
There's this big black guy, viral, like he puts 4:45 a.m. his morning routine. He's jacked as hell. He just dunks his head in like ice water.
I think I might have seen
Then
this,
5
a.m.
a.m.
the attention that it's supposed to.
He goes for a swim, and he's just all he's doing is post his morning routine, and it's nothing really. It's from 5, really just not doing anything. He rubs a banana peel on his face. He journals, and it's like this just typical influencer kind of just toss. For whatever reason, he's blown up. And people right now are probably listening, they're like, "Oh shit, yeah, like fuck, I know this guy because he's been everywhere." It's even on Radio 1 for fuck's sake. And I don't know what I'm more fascinated by, like that he is real, that he does this as a morning routine. It's so out of touch as well.
Is there any reason he does these things?
Just to be, I don't get it, because he's not doing anything. He's just like, wait,
He
and
washes his face.
it's pissing me off that I'm having a reaction to it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm part of the problem now. Just turn it off. Like, and people are just going mad that there's memes about it now, like my morning routine, and they're doing it. Like, it's like the ice bucket challenge all over again. Like, fucking, just can we stop like copying and following? It's just pissing me off. And then the tip of the iceberg was Radio 1. Have you seen this guy? And I'm like, oh my God.
Why
And they're just like fucking freaking out over it. Like, oh my God, have you seen his morning routine where he dips his fucking... And I'm like, what? We're living in an absolute simulation, and we're all just copying the same bollocks.
Everyone's scared to be individual though, aren't they? And whatever kicks off, it's like people are like, "Oh yeah," and it's, But then again, at the same time, we're talking about it now, aren't we?
That's what I mean. That's why I said I hated bringing it up.
And the thing is,
I'm part of the fucking problem, and I hate
the only
it.
reason that any of us, we're all quite individual people, but we'll see something we like and go, "I want a bit of that. I want to do a bit of that.
I don't know.
I want to try that."
I don't know if I believe in individualism anymore.
I had a client not so long ago.
I don't know if I believe in it.
And he said that he was like, the more I go on in my life, I realise no one is unique.
I don't think.
Like,
I think he's
like,
right. I don't think we're. I've got my little things, and I'm just a part of a process and a thing. Like I've got my. I like to think, I'm not attached to anything. But you show me a Pokemon card that's worth 20 quid, I'll lose my shit.
Yeah,
And it's just a bit of plastic.
We
or a
are
bit of cardboard.
we are unique in the sense of all the things that make us up, but there's nobody that's just unique.
Well, we've learned everything we've seen, everything we want to be, every perception we have. That's all from external sources that we've gathered and collected. So, like I say, it's unique because every little thing you decide you like or don't like, and there's hundreds of millions of different things that make up you. It's the makeup of all those things together, which is you. But all those little things, it's like, I want to wear my head with this headband because I want to wear my hair like it because I've seen people wear like that. Okay.
It's why kids all look the same, right? Like, all the roadmen are all wearing black and they've got the fucking, they're all the same. When you're a kid, you just follow a crowd. When you get older, you're a bit more comfortable in your skin. But, like...
You're still influenced.
You are, mate, still, massively. Massively,
no matter how
even
individual
me.
You want to be.
You're still influenced.
Yeah.
I think you should fuck off and just spend some time with yourself in the woods. Just be with yourself a bit. Have a bit of food with you to last you a month. Be on your own. Then you figure it out. Then you figure out who the fuck you are.
It's the least
pandemic happens again.
As I say, is the least influenced amount of people. Which I kind of commend them, really. It's crackheads.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah, but they've all followed the crowd into crack.
Yeah, they follow the crowd into crack, right? And they go, I like that bit of crack because it makes my body feel good. But they don't give a fuck what they look like. They don't give a fuck how many teeth they need. They don't give a fuck if their bike's got 2 wheels or if they've got a house or if they're shouting at someone and getting in someone's way. They do not give a fuck about anything other than crack. And I find that quite commendable, to be honest. I've never given any fuck.
They're in a bit of a crack cult, but
they also hate each other, and they're not like they're not doing it because they'll be like, I'm worried what this person will think. They're just worried about crack.
Yeah, no, that's true. I genuinely I visited the co-op twice this week, and both times the same homeless bloke was out there, and I told you this, but I gave him my baccy because I was like, I just want to give him something because he was like, and I start talking to him. Yeah, I know one called Baggy that I talk to every now and again.
Actually, one called Baggy. He died now.
Oh no, better not be the same one. I actually liked him. He got his dog taken away from him, and I sit down with him. Like, one time of the story, I walked past Baggy. I think it was Baggy or it was someone else. Was it Baggy? I don't know. Anyways, homeless guy, and I had my AirPods in. He's like, any spare change, mate? And I just walked past him. I didn't hear him because I had my AirPods in. He goes, oh yeah, he started shouting. I saw him in the corner of my eye and I looked at him. And I sat down with him. I was like, what's going on? And he didn't expect that. Again, diffusing the situation.
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on? He goes, oh, you got your AirPods in, you obviously clearly got money, so you can give me some. And I was like, mate, I know I look like I've got money, lad, but we're all, struggling
trying to get by,
obviously more than others.
You see quite a lot of
whatever.
crackheads in full Adidas tracksuits, and they're quite...
Well, yeah, there's also that going on, isn't there? There's also that going on. But yeah, I sat down with him and I was like, I got this cookie if you want it. Like, I bought from, he goes, oh yeah, cheers, mate. And I said, do you want a cig? He goes, yeah. And anyway, I started talking to him. That's how I got to know him. I do feel bad for him. And anyway, this one that I saw at the co-op, I gave him a backing and stuff, started talking to him, and I thought, oh, he's actually quite with it. Oh, he's talking. He goes, I'm intelligent, mate. Anything I was interested in, he goes, oh, I could help you with that, trying to jump on board with something. And I was very just like, keep my distance as well, just in terms of like, don't tell him where I live, this, that, and the other, X, Y, Z. But just be like, treat him as a human. And anyway, he's like, yeah, my girlfriend's Jennifer Aniston. And I went, oh, shit. I was like, oh. I thought, oh, we're all right. It was all right for a while. He goes, yeah, my girlfriend's Jennifer Aniston. I'll prove it to you if you want. I said, go on then. Prove it to me. And he goes, oh, my phone been stolen. And then he goes, yeah, I fucking was going out for Katy Perry a while as well, mate. Yeah. Like, seriously, just telling me. And I was laughing, like, haha, joke. This is clearly a joke. And he was like, dead eye staring at me. No, Katy Perry dumped me last week and now with Jennifer Aniston.
You got the problem as well, crack and psychosis and all that business.
I started thinking this as I was leaving. I was like, oh, is he mad? Or does he genuinely, like, both things, right? But he genuinely believes that. That to me is like wild to like wrap your head around. Like, is he lying or does he believe it?
I think it's a defense mechanism because imagine like
some trauma defense mechanism.
Yeah, when you're like, I've got to make this hypothetical world, which might be a little bit like the whole uploading your consciousness thing to some extent, but like a weird broke down version of it.
Yeah, don't upload it, take crack.
Yeah, don't like. Yeah,
This is what I mean about consciousness, though. Like I've said this before. Like all these people like running around being crazy. Like I see the fucking devil is over there. I think like people go, oh, he's mad, or is he just tuning into something else that we can't see?
I've often thought
Like,
people that have got certain conditions and things like that. And I used to work with people like learning disability and stuff.
Yeah, you're quite versed in this field, aren't you?
Yeah. And like I've worked with people like where basically they were they had learning disability, and I've watched a man take a medium secure door, which is a big thick and metal plated door, off its hinges and snap the thick wood in the middle, and then bend the metal on it.
Wow.
Because he doesn't have that thing in his head to say you can't do that. Because it's a big metal door.
He's had some like almost superhuman kind of like strength because he just like went a bit mental. It's like you hear the women like pushing cars off their babies and
Exactly.
stuff like that because they just tap
You
into
have something
this
in
like
your head that
feral.
says, so it has like
Weird.
a subconscious thing that says you can't do that because it's not possible. And if you didn't have that there, you realise your body's actually a lot stronger than you think.
I'm a problem solver. And I try to like solve every kind of problem. That's why I talk with these people. But I know I can't just distribute my time everywhere. But do you think we can live in a society with like quote unquote crazy people?
We do live in a society.
Because it's generally, I know personally, I won't say his name, but I know somebody who I used to know who's gone proper just off the rails. And, I know friends who've tried to help him, but they can't. And because he's dangerous. And I've even had messages from him not too long ago, and I haven't spoke to this person for years, and he's proper lost it, gone to the point where he's on about like murdering and stabbing someone. Now I understand that there's obviously safety involved, that you can't just like have these people in your house, but is there not, instead of putting them on medication, this, that, and the other, what do? Can you off them? You can't. But is there a way to not like? Because they're living in a different world. You can't just like because even if you're very nice, do you know what I mean? Like you try to be like helpful, because I try to be helpful, but at a certain point when he's telling me, oh my girlfriend's Jennifer Aniston, like we don't live in the same universe anymore.
There is a level of like rehabilitation you can do with people like that, but
bringing them back.
But then sometimes it gets to a point where their level of what they perceive their existence and how they interact with the world is like it's not going to reach a higher sort of point. And I don't mean that in a derogatory sense. I mean that that's just kind of the person they are. They've got the conditions that they've got, but like then you just have to, once you get to that point and then you're assessing it, obviously the clinicians assess it and go, okay, well let's just make this person's existence as nice as they can be for them and stuff. I work with people that have got like so you're just trying to control their environment a little bit rather than to make it comfortable, force them to conform into a certain way. Exactly. Like because and then if that is they're in a like locked rehabilitation because they are have tendencies to be dangerous around society, then you just make whatever their existence is tailored to them to be as nice as it can be if they can't integrate with the community. God, I never thought about it that way. Like, just change their environment as such. And again, that's if you did that for everybody, have to. That's a lot of manpower. If that guy Jennifer Aniston, and if he, like, what do you do? Like, if he hypothetically got really upset that he was saying, that's what I didn't do. Like, I laughed to see if the joke triggered, but then he was like, no, I'm dead serious. I was like, oh shit. Well, if it got on to the point where it became that distressing for him and it was a consistent issue that he wasn't able to sort of get out of, then why is it hurting anyone if it was like, yeah, man, that's cool, Jennifer Aniston. Yeah, just go with it. Yeah. That's what I did in the end. Yeah. Because I was a bit like, oh yeah, cool. Didn't really question it. Whereas a lot of people would, wouldn't they? They went, what are you fucking talking about, mate? It's like, I can imagine how it is if you are who you are and someone was like, you're not with Leanne. You're not with your other half. And you'd be like, yeah, true. You'd be like, you're not. Like, it's made up. Yeah, but you'd get aggressive and be like, no, of course I am. Like, don't tell me I can see her and that. Yeah, don't you tell me that I don't know what I know. And someone goes, you don't know what you know. Tricky. And then that's someone's ruining your perception of what you consider to be real. Yeah. That's true. I didn't think of it that way. Like, put it like the onus on yourself is like, what if somebody told you your whole life was... Yeah. If someone believes something so much as you believe in bloody bread and water. I don't know why, those things. But then...
It's annoying that I can't solve it. I want to solve everything all the time. I'm just like, it's a problem that you're just never gonna solve.
Sometimes I like the idea of things not making sense and things that can't be solved.
Chaos.
Because they can't be, not chaos as such, but like things that can't be solved lead to more questions, and it makes us realise that we're not as intelligently smart and clued up on everything as much as we know, and everyone's just running around bimbling about and doing the best they can with whatever. That's
what I think chaos is kind of like, not in a bad sense, but not chaos is just like a mixture of everything.
Chaos, evil chaos.
Yeah, it's just chaotic, isn't it? I don't like boundaries. I don't like when somebody says this is the way it is and that's the way it's going to be forever. Like mainstream science, baby.
Yeah,
we figured it out. We cracked it. Don't worry about it.
Things will never be how they are forever. They're always changing. They're always manipulating and always moving in time. And everything's always changing every second. Everything's changing and turning into something else. And
tell you what, mate. The past year, I've gone way more woo woo than.
I love it. Love all that stuff. Man.
I do. Yeah, I think it's like out there. I'm proper out there. Telepathy tapes, all that shit. I think it might be real. But anyway, I think we should wrap it up there because we've been over an hour. But thank you very much for joining us, guys. Thank you very much, Sharpy. You got anything you'd like to sign off with, sir? Anything you'd like to promote? Or
promote the Utopia Project Podcast. It's a good bloody podcast. It needs to be. I've got it tattooed on me now.
On the wall there, mate, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. We're actually here at the moment. This is our studio.
Yeah, check out the Utopia boys.
Yeah,
really appreciate that.
You're with us now.
Plug that. Yeah. It's all weird podcastception now, isn't it?
I am. Yeah, it's a weird family that we're cultivating. I like it. You have to get all of you boys on the show again. But yeah, sorry guys if this was a bit of a weird one. You're like, oh my god, where's Jimmy? But we're back to regular scheduling next week, where we'll hopefully both. And we'll probably punch it out as well. I think it's time for.
It's been like 3 weeks, hasn't it? 4 weeks.
To be fair, I did say I'm missing today, and I'm joking, Jimmy. Of course, I don't think you're an actual nonce. I wonder. I was like, is it quite harsh to say? It's just a bit of a fucking joke kind of thing. One of my mates was like, oh, I don't know about that, mate. Live on the podcast, like this, that, and the other. But I am recovering from fit sisteritis. So thank you very much for that, James. But anyway, I'm going to sign out. Thank you very much for listening, guys, and we'll circle back next week. This has been the Depressed CEO podcast, and we'll see you next week. Love you, bye.
Stay beautiful, you sexy cunts.
Bye.